Now, I think it's pretty safe to say that the future of the Star Wars universe seems to be quite expansive, not just with their books, novels, comics, and video games, but also, let's not forget about the new Star Wars TV shows, the new Star Wars movies that are currently in the works by Disney and Lucasfilm, and we also have a handful of other projects that will be announced at this year's and next year's Star Wars Celebration. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars updates. Also, by the way, guys, make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support. It is greatly appreciated. Now, one major aspect of the new universe that a lot of fans are truly looking forward to has a lot to do with the Kenobi TV series that is all set and ready to debut on May 27th. In fact, we are going to be getting that official full-length trailer by early May, and it's looking very likely to be around May the 4th. It's a very big possibility, but regardless, it will be early May when we get that full-length trailer. So, looking forward to that as well. Now, the thing about the Kenobi series is that we have a handful of characters coming into play here. We've got Kenobi, we've got Owen Lars, Beru, we have, of course, the Inquisitors, Darth Vader, and a lot more surprise cameos that are going to be involved in that actual show that we'll get into a little bit later on. But everything ranging from what actor Hayden Christensen has been saying about the Kenobi TV series and what he recently had to say that matches up with a lot of Star Wars leaks out there, which we will be getting into in today's post. One thing about Hayden Christensen that I've really got to say is that it's very nice to see that he is getting redeemed as an actor. In case you guys did not know, Hayden actually signed a multi-show contract deal to reappear as either Anakin Skywalker or Darth Vader multiple times in either live-action form or in animated form by providing a voiceover dub. And that's another thing to really keep in mind here, is that he's going to be involved in both live-action and animated projects. Now, with that being said, with Disney and Lucasfilm now working on multiple Star Wars TV shows and movies at once, creators Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni are also hard at work on bringing Star Wars back to its roots for the franchise to advance like never before. It's described, however, that in a recent interview with actor Hayden Christensen, he went on to talk more about the Kenobi TV series for Disney+, where he accidentally made some statements that match with the current leaks of the new Star Wars TV show. Now, Hayden went on to state, "When me and Ewan got on set, it was truly like living in a fairy tale again. Nothing felt real to me, but it was such a blast to be a part of all of this again as well. We got to fight each other twice, and in those two battles, I think fans are going to be blown away. The scenes that I got to do without my helmet on and just sitting in this massive set being hung up by strings that took hours to do my makeup wasn't even bothersome to me. I was just having the time of my life and having so much fun with it all. And the fans are going to finally be able to see young Vader's face in the series. And let me tell you, it's going to be really something that changes how fans view this character. Deborah Chow did a fantastic job at making Vader ruthless as can be in the series." So let me just stop right there for 1 second, because there's a lot more exciting stuff beyond this of what Hayden has to say. But let's just go over this real quick of what he just said. Now, he actually said that there are indeed going to be 2 battles between both Vader and Kenobi in the series. And that also matches directly up with the leaks that we've gone over before in the past number of weeks, of how there are going to be 2 major battles between Kenobi and Vader, one where Kenobi wins, one where Vader wins. Essentially, you have a win-lose scenario, and that's going to be a very interesting way to see how it kind of inspires the characters to pick themselves up and get back into the fight. The other thing is this, is that yes, there is going to be a lot of FaceTime of Darth Vader without the helmet on, and that is something that Hayden also was able to confirm and matches directly up with the leaks that we talked about as well, of how they really are going to give us that burnt version of Anakin Skywalker that you all saw at the very end of Revenge of the Sith, except a little bit more healed up this time around. Very much, you know, you can imagine it being like how he appeared in Rogue One, A Star Wars Story, except more vivid and more viewable, in a sense, in the back of the tank. And that, to me, I think is the one thing that fans are looking forward to the most, is to finally see Hayden Christensen, not necessarily as Anakin getting burned alive and becoming Darth Vader for the most part, but we're actually going to see a grounded Darth Vader as a character without the helmet on, played by Hayden. Just let that sink in for a moment there. Now, moving on to what Hayden also had to say, alright, this is where things begin to pick up big time, is that he says, "You are going to see probably the scariest side of Vader that you could have ever seen him in. A lot of this is going to have to do with these memories that Vader is dealing with. Chow wanted to use memories for Vader to motivate the character by tapping into his anger. We looked at many of the current comics and such, and inspiration to bring this version of Vader to life. People need to realize that Vader is only like 32 years old in this show. So you are going to see him in his prime. You are going to see a different side of his story, and we also have some earth-shattering revelations for the character in the making that won't make it the last time that you see Vader on screen. This is truly going to be something that will make fans wanting more. We got to experiment with all kinds of new Force abilities, powers, and moves that will be applied to our battles. This show is about defeat and victory for Vader as well as Kenobi. Also, you are going to witness his strengths and weaknesses in the series that I believe will truly make fans turn around and talk about this for months on end. We also had George Lucas on set, which was wonderful when he got to look at me in the suit again. Lucas got to direct many scenes for Vader with Deborah Chow by his side, and it was probably one of the most awe-inspiring moments in my acting career regardless of my hiatus. Having Lucas on set made everything feel welcoming and amazing. We made something truly special that is also going to reveal new secrets about Darth Vader and his past that comes before the Kenobi series and what that was like for him. Chow really has done something remarkable that no other could have done. So, what Hayden also, was pointing out here is that not only are we going to be able to see the scariest side of Darth Vader, but these agonizing memories of his are going to be what motivates Vader in the Kenobi series, and we are going to actually be able to experience those memories, either visually or on an auditory level. It's going to be a very interesting way that Vader is going to be motivated by these memories. And we talked about this before in the past, that Deborah Chow, what she wanted to do was she wanted to create a lot of callbacks to Revenge of the Sith, and I think that obviously that falls directly in line with how Hayden unveiled that Vader will be pretty much motivated by harnessing those memories and using that as fuel for his anger, and hence that anger leads to his strength. So that's a very interesting way that Chow is taking advantage of Episode 3 of Revenge of the Sith and giving fans all these crazy things to actually go ahead and watch. Again, like I said, we got 2 whole episodes airing on May 27th, which makes things all the more exciting. We are going to be able to talk a lot about this on day 1, but with Hayden coming back, with him unveiling all of this, obviously there are some things that he wasn't really necessarily supposed to say, such as the 2 battles, the 2 duels between both Kenobi and Vader, as well as confirming the leaks that he is going to be hung by these strings, which, by the way, are going to be the robotic droids or the medical droids picking him up and putting those limbs on and unveiling his face for the very first time as his young 32-year-old Vader self. That, to me, I think is going to be all the more exciting. So, overall, I would really like to hear what you guys have to say about all this below in the comments of what Hayden had to say and what you think about all of that. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.